All right, hello and welcome back to Cage Side Press. I'm Patrick McCorry, and I am joined by Octagon's favorite British fighter, Shem. How you doing, man?
Hey, let's have it right. I'm Scouse.
Right, favorite Scouse fighter. Are there
Here
other
we go.
Scousers in uh in Octagon? To be fair,
Yeah, we've got Mick Stanton.
right?
Um,
Yes, that's new though.
Jason McHugh's from over the water, but we'll allow him. Who else is there? I'm sure there's someone else. I'm forgetting. Lee Chadwick.
Right?
I
Did,
think
did
that's
he not
it.
retire? I thought he retired.
He retires, then he comes back, then he retires, then he.
Right,
I think he
right.
just loves to fight too much, don't he, lad?
That's awesome, man. All right, let's get into it, man. Obviously, Stuttgart had an amazing Octagon show, full of fun stuff. You were there, and one video that went semi-viral was after Topali knocked out his opponent. They pan the camera to you, and you're standing there, just like you're what hitting your chest. You're like, "Come on, let's." You wanted that fight, right?
I wasn't hitting my chest, but I was dialed in. I was dialed in. Um, I didn't hear no comeback from your man. He went silent after that, bro. So I think that speaks volumes. I don't think he wants to smoke, but if he does want to smoke, there's a big stadium, 55,000 seat event in Germany coming up. He could bring the Albanians. I'll fly some Scousers over and we'll meet heads in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be sweet, man. I mean, that knockout was nuts. I was sat next to Scott and a couple other journalists, and like he got him up against the cage. Everyone stood up and then he clipped him. It didn't even look like he hit him too hard. It was just like perfect right on the chin, wasn't it?
You know what? It was a good knockout. But in my opinion, I think performance of the night should have went to Czech against
Yeah,
services.
the Vegas check.
Yeah, I think that should have been performance of the night. But it is
You
what
know,
it is. They were
I
both
asked him at
close.
the
And
press conference. I asked him at the press conference, what would you do if you won the bonus? And he said, well, I've just been in Spain for ages training camp, and I came back home to Germany. I've got all the taxes to pay. So he'd be
yeah,
paying off the bonus, and then yeah, he didn't get the bonus. He was standing behind me, and then Andre and Pavel announced that Arjan got it, and he was really disappointed.
yeah. I feel for these fighters, lad, because I know how hard it is, bro. We're struggling out here, bro. Our training camp sometimes costs more than our paces. And then you got kids to feed, a family, you don't work a job, you gotta pay rent, you gotta still eat. Bro, people think it's all fucking sunflowers and fucking rainbows out here, lad, but it's not, mate.
Well, I think a case of that just happened over the weekend. Obviously, the way he didn't get his purse, I don't know if you saw this, but Igor, I can't remember his last name, he bit his opponent in the clinch in the UFC. And I don't know if you saw, but Ensax took his purse off him, so he didn't even get show money.
Oh, they took his pace off him.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even give it to him. He didn't get show money or anything.
So,
He's
so yeah, here's my question. Where does the money go then?
I have no idea.
Back
Dana's
back to the
pockets?
UFC.
I would
Oh
guess
yeah,
so.
they needed the fucking money.
Or I mean, so the winner he got a bite bonus as Dana White called it, and he got
Yeah,
50K.
he got a bonus off Dana though. Where's that money gone? That was for his opponent. That's what I'm
Right.
asking. Fuck, lad.
Oh
I want
no.
someone to bite me in my next fight, lad. I'm broke. Shit.
Well, there you go. That's how you get the extra money. Do you think Andre and Pavel would give you the bite bonus?
I've said it now, so it'd be hard not to, wouldn't it?
Would you ever bite someone with the turkey teeth, or did that cost too much?
You know what? I've never told no one this. Not on an
Right.
interview anyway. I think it was me second or my first amateur fight. I took the guy's back and I went to bite him on the back of the head and I put my teeth on the back of his head. And then I was like, wow, what am I doing? Where I was just in the
So
chaos,
you
lad.
you understand where Igor was coming from then with the bite in the clinch. It was just the moment that got to him, I guess.
No, he's a professional athlete. But you know what's funny? He had the guy's back as well, and I had the guy's back when I done it because I've been saying, why would you do that when you've got someone's back? But maybe the pressure just got to him a little bit, lad. But as a professional, you should know better. Like you've had more than fucking one fight. You know what I'm saying?
And let's get into your upcoming fight, April 20th, Birmingham. Stefano Catacoli. the press conference, as we talked about on Friday, was quite fun. It was hectic. Um, what was the energy that you sensed often beforehand that led to then the trash talking?
Nervousness. That's what I seen from him. I seen nothing but shaky hands, twitching eyes, breaks in his voice. Didn't know what to say. Look, he was just happy to be there. Oh wow, I'm flying out to Germany. I've never been to Germany before. Oh wow, big stadium. He was just happy to be there, be the little good company man he is, take his loss and fuck off back home. Because that's what's going to happen. He's getting relegated after this back to the prelims. He's on the posters because he's fighting Shem. Let's have it right. Leading up, he was giving it all the biggin on the Insta, talking all his shite. And then when I'm there in person, he didn't want to know, lad. He was being all shook. Even like, you didn't see some of the stuff that isn't in the press conference afterwards, where we're putting it on him, and he's like, "Oh, why are you doing this with your whole team?" And I'm like, "Lad, tell him to go away. I'll stand here now on my own, lad. Where's the energy gone?" And you know what? I half left feeling a bit sorry for him. Like, we've abused him there, lad. It was a bit sly, you know, one of them ones. Probably shouldn't have done it. And then when I got home, lad, I checked me Insta, and he's back sending me voice notes, slagging me. I thought, you cheeky bastard. I thought, where was this energy in Germany, lad? He's just a nerd, bro. He's hard behind the phones, you know what I mean? In real life, look at the ground type of shit.
Did you see he posted on his story? He posted a countdown to the fight, but the caption was the crucifixion of Shem. Did you see that?
Listen, your man can say whatever he wants to say, but we all know the truth. We all know the real deal. I'm coming to absolutely maul him from start to finish. I'm not going to give him a second to breathe in there. I'm going to be jabbing him. I'm too long. I'm too crisp, too clean. And when he thinks, oh, I need to wrestle, before he knows it, he's on his back and I'm punching him in his face, bro. He doesn't match up with me anywhere. Conditioning, no. Fitness, no. Strength, no. Striking, no. Wrestling, no. Jiu-jitsu. What? Because his record 7-1. Good luck, bro. I see you in there.
And I was talking to Jan Malak after, so former opponent of yours. He won in Oberhausen, I want to say it was in February, and I spoke to him about you and your fight, and he said, one thing that he took notice of was when he got hit by the body kick. He'd never felt that kind of thing before. Like he'd been kicked to the body, but that kick that you landed on him, he said he's never felt that kind of thing before, where his body just shut down, and that's what he brought into his next fight. Then making sure he did tuck the elbow and protect the body. Is that body kick something that you know and trust? Is like that's a kill shot right there.
Do you know what it is with me? You can't really see. You got to feel it. But when it comes to kicking ability, I'm precise. The mistake people make is trying to kick hard. I already kick hard. I'm super athletic. I'm super fast twitch. I'd sooner take a little bit off and be precise. I know the spots to land. I know where it's going to knock you out. And I know where it's going to fucking take the wind out of you. And I know how to touch the liver. And I'm southpaw. So that liver shot's always on. I think you don't realise until you're in front of me and you feel it. Like, fuck me, this guy can kick. Like, I know I can kick. I can kick better than I can punch, probably, lad, which is in MMA, it's normally the other way around. And I think Jan's going to be in for a shock of his life when I'm throwing kicks up the middle and he's thinking about level changing. And now he's like, shit, I don't want to shoot in case I get kneed in the face because I'm too good of a wrestler and I'm too intelligent, lad. I make reads. I just see how people react to certain things, and then I know this is what I need to start throwing now. And he's just so one-dimensional that I'm going to be reading him from the get-go, and he's going to be twitching and reacting to all the feints, or he's going to be really stupid and not respect any of the feints and press forward, and that's when I'll just knock him out, bro.
And we're about 24 days out of the camp, or 24 days out of the fight. The camp, I don't know, you're in swing of the camp now. How's the camp been so far? are you someone that watches a lot of film in your camp, and that's how you know where you can land your kicks or where you have the advantages?
I let my coaches do all of that, to be honest, lad. I just show up to training. I have watched his fights, but that was before we actually signed the contract. Since signing the contract, I haven't studied them at all. I could fight him on a day's notice and beat him up. I'm not worrying about him one bit. But let me tell you, he's biting his nails worrying about me, lad. That's for certain. He's studying my tape 24/7, worrying what am I going to come with. But this is the thing. You don't see enough of me, lad. My fights are all quick. You don't really get to see what I'm coming with. The one fight that you can study me from is probably Lima. And I went in there compromised, injured with a dislocated rib. And I still honestly do believe Lima's 10 times the fighter Catacoli is. And he was fucking massive in there. I think Jan Malik's a tougher fighter than Catacoli is. I think fucking Nathan Kelly's a tougher. And I have four tougher guys than Catacoli. But I'm only 10 times better than I was in them old fights. I've been on the sideline for 10 months since my last fight. In them 10 months, I'm not like these other guys, bro. I don't get out of shape. I don't eat shit food. I only drink water. I don't drink no alcohol, no fizzy drinks. I've never took a drug. I'm in the gym 3 times a day, 6 days a week. Fight or no fight. That's my life. That's all I do. The only thing that changes is the intensity because I don't want to get hurt when I don't have a fight because it's a waste of time. So he's going to see the best version of me that's ever stepped in the octagon. And it's going to be unlucky for him.
So you mentioned not having fizzy drinks, not taking any drugs or anything like that. Unlike your teammate Paddy, he likes to have the junk food. He likes to blow up a little bit. You're not someone that blows up. You stay on your diet 24/7.
I've always been like this. This is just who I am, lad. I'm a super health conscious person. I believe in a lot of like holistic stuff as well. I'm taking all different type of supplements, all natural, all from the ground. I'm reading ingredients before I even buy anything, lad. And if it's got more than 2, 3 ingredients, I'm probably not buying it. And if all the ingredients aren't natural, I'm definitely not buying it. I'm just like that, bro, and I've always been like that. But it works different for different people. If I was to drink a Monster Energy drink and go to the gym, I'd probably feel like shit. No, I'll tell you now, I'd probably be like, whoa, what's going on? Wow, like I've done fucking 10 lines of cocaine. But if that's what you're used to and that's what you grew up on, then it works for you, doesn't it?
Right. And when it comes to your nutrition, so you've never had like the temptation to have like a cheat meal or anything. You're just like you're fine not having a burger or fried
I
chicken or
don't eat
something
meat,
like that.
brother. I don't even eat meat.
All right. Okay. Nice.
So it's just one of them, lad. This is just how I live, and this is how I've been living since I was about 12 years of age. So I don't really know any difference, and I don't want to know any difference.
So what's your favorite meal then that you have since you're on your diet all the time?
Do you know what? I'm not really bothered, bro. For me, it's just fuel. I'm like a
Right.
I'm like a F1 car. Just put the best petrol in me, lad, so I can win the race. But if I had to pick my favorite food, I'd probably say broccoli.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's interesting. Do you like cook the broccoli or do you just like it or just like it steamed? Like how do you like your broccoli?
Little bit of salt and pepper under the grill. I like it blackened but crunchy still. That
Right.
I'm not. I'm
Interesting.
not a big fan of steaming. I don't like it when it's steamed.
All right. Interesting. And I recently watched for the second time your documentary on Channel 4.
The good gear.
I recently watched your documentary on Channel 4 for the second time, the one about your story and telling your story. It's very interesting. I even sent it to my father to watch because I think it's a wild story, man. Not many fighters I think have to come up like that. What lessons did you
What
learn
did your
through
dad
having
say?
those difficulties? He hasn't watched it yet.
I was just about to give your dad a shout out then and everything.
He hasn't watched it yet, I don't think so. But what lessons did you take away from that those kind of experiences? Obviously, running from the police and being in Thailand and Malaysia?
Um, where do you start, lad? Obviously, I don't want to sit here and go through the whole fucking story again, but I've been through it, lad. Let me tell you, and I just do believe that everything that I went through was for a reason. Like I'm sitting here praying for strength, not praying for the easy life. Do you get me? So God put me through some tough times to make me a strong motherfucker, and there I am today. Like I am the type of person who does try to learn from other people's mistakes, but I think I'm also a hard-headed type of guy. So sometimes I have to make some mistakes in my own, and I needed to go through them little trials and tribulations in life to make me the man I am today and to make me grow as a person. And I wouldn't change it for the world, bro, because it's got me to where I am and made me who I am now. And who knows, an easier life could have took me down a different path, and I could be working a 9 to 5 in McDonald's, like.
Um, Getting back to the fight, you said at the press conference, you're stuck in a place where you're kind of like in between rights, in between weights, right? You're like a you're like a tweener, and there's a lot of those in MMA. I think Dustin Poirier is a good example of that, where he's a little bit too big for 155, but too small for 170. You're between 45 and 55, and you said something in the press conference. You said they're making you a Shem weight class, right? And I don't know if you caught it, but one of the other journalists he perked up a little bit, like, "Oh, is that like breaking news?" Like a Shem
I
weight
know.
class.
I'm giving out secrets here for the journalists, and I'm not even jumping on it, are they, lad? So yeah, Shem weight, it's a thing now, bro. It is what it is. I think the UFC are going to take follow soon. You'll see it in
Right.
PFL, you'll see it in Bellator, but just remember, Octagon done it first. They're making me a belt, diamonds in it, gold, all of that one. What can I say, bro? We're game changers out here.
I love it, man. I love it. After this fight being a catch weight, are you looking to go down to 145, or you happy to keep bouncing between the weight classes and fighting at catch weight?
If Octagon let me do catch weights, I'll do catch weights forever. But at some point, these are going to be like, look, mate, there's no ranking system for 68. So are you going to 155 or are you going to 145? So I feel like I'll be forced by the big bosses to go down to 145. There's some matchups there that kind of catch me eye, so I wouldn't mind a few of them. But I can also go back up to 170 if it's the right fight. 170, fucking hell, not 170. 155 if it's the right fight as well. Like, so whatever the bosses want from me, I'll sign the dotted line, I'll step in the cage, and I'll take some necks.
I think on the Octagon rankings, you're listed at number 9 at featherweight. If you get a big win here against Stefano Catacoli, you could push up the rankings. It's quite an open weight class, I think. A fight that really interests me, I think they could do in Frankfurt. And I think I mentioned it to Conrad when I interviewed him, and he didn't say too much about it, but a fight with Conrad Dirschka, I think would be very interesting. Obviously, I think the 55,000 seater Frankfurt Arena would maybe entice him a little bit more. What do you think about that fight?
Um, I haven't really watched him, so I don't know much about him.
He's
Um,
ranked number 2 in the weight class.
in featherweight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well if he's up there, then he can get it still. But I'm not surprised he didn't say too much about it, lad, because I'm a dangerous motherfucker. He's probably thinking, if I stay quiet, it won't happen. But I don't even mind your man who got a knockout the other day, the Albanian boy.
Yeah.
I'll take that too. I wouldn't mind Samuel Barr. Obviously, Poconi's still on the table. There's Lengal there. Cater if he comes back out, the game changer. Like, there's matchups. The only problem is who will accept.
Do you see your man Armand, he when he posted his photo in front of the police, he tagged Parkorny, right? And Parkorny commented, I'm gonna pull up the comment. Did you see the comment?
Nah, let's
Here,
have a
one
look.
second.
Go on, read it
Here,
out for the people, lad.
it's
What?
and post. Yeah, so he literally just tagged Parkorny and it got hidden by Instagram. That's so funny. Okay, it's actually really funny. Do you have Down syndrome or do you look like an asshole? You don't have a you don't have to copy rock. Have a great day.
Fucking hell. Do you know
Crack me
what?
up, man.
I honestly don't understand how has this guy got fans? How do people like this guy, lad? He's a proper sausage. I, I'm not out here making fun of people with Down syndrome, lad, but that's just typical police gear, lad. That's a joke that a police officer would make, bro, thinking it's funny. Like, yeah, okay, you're getting slagged. You don't like it. Well, fucking say something back then, mate. Not fucking slagging disabled people, lad.
Yeah.
Look, McCorry's a pussy, bro. I don't even know why we still speak about him, lad, because he's had the opportunity to match up with me again multiple times, and he hasn't accepted, bro. Like,
Did he turn it
uh,
down, or
don't you think this could have been him in Birmingham?
it could have been? It could have been, yeah.
Even the guy who beat him, it could have been him, yeah. There was a few names that were thrown at me, and do you think I said no to any of them? But how many of them said no to me, lad? And this is the game we're in, bro.
Well, after this fight, how soon would you like to fight? Would you like to go from Birmingham to Frankfurt 55,000, or would you like to get another fight in the summer?
I want Eden. I want Poconi in Eden. I want Lengal in Eden. I'll fight them both on the same night. I'll slap Lengal up, and then I'll choke Poconi out in the first round. The two easy fights. Two fucking bum boys. I
Two
think,
fights one night.
yeah, if Oktagon would let me do that, I'd happily do that. No problem. And even say, look, to make it more interesting, as soon as the first guy taps, bring the second guy in straight away. No rest. Happily. Bro, promise you, I'd do that tomorrow, bro. If they don't want me on Eden for whatever reason, then I'm here for Germany. Then, innit, lad? You get me? I'm
I love
easy.
it.
Look,
Hey,
just
anytime you're
tell
in
me
Germany, it's
where.
a good time. That's what I'll tell you. Anytime you're in Germany, it's a good time, man.
You get me? Guten Tagen and all that one.
You just have to get through passport control.
That's the problem, lad. Fuck me. I need direct flights, so at least when I'm held at the border,
Yep.
I'm walking
Well,
out onto the street.
Frankfurt, you can get a direct flight, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, okay.
Frankfurt's a massive airport, so you should be able to fly into Frankfurt no problem. Let's move on to the last part of the thing I like to do is quick fire. A little question about fighting, some questions about your personal life. You've probably seen this on other shows before. First of all, favorite movie.
Don't watch TV.
Okay, so that eliminates my next question of favorite TV show.
Don't watch TV. I just say MMA. The only thing I watch is fighting, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, uh, Muay Thai in one championship, and I watch the big boxing events only. But
So
I
you don't
mainly
watch like
watch
football or
wrestling,
anything either?
jiu-jitsu, MMA. Couldn't care about nothing else, bro. Nothing else
Fair
entertains me.
enough. Fair enough. Are you a music person then? Do you like
Yeah, I like
music?
music. Yeah, I listen to music.
What's your favorite song? What's your favorite artist?
Oh, if I have to pick my favorite song, it's probably my go-to walkout song, which is Rock Stone, Stephen Marley. My favorite artist, I'd say Sizzler. Sizzler's probably my favorite artist. Um, but I'm one of them, lad. I listen to rap, I listen to grime, listen to more English, but I listen to reggae, I listen to dancehall, I listen to a bit of classical music, a little bit of jazz, a bit of old school R&B. Like, I'm one of them, lad. Whatever I'm feeling on the day, but mostly reggae.
And who's your favorite boxer?
Oh, favorite boxer. Probably have to be Prince Nassim, lad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Legend, real legend. I remember as a kid, like staying up to watch his fights. Obviously, you got Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Ricky Hatton, Joe Calzaghe, even your Joshua's, your Furies. But I think Nassim left a real impression on me from young, so I'd have to say Prince Nassim.
And who's your favorite Muay Thai fighter?
Oh, oh. Craig Coakley.
Who? Sorry, you cut.
Craig Coakley, man. Dublin Combat Academy. Keep
I'll
watching
have
One
to check out some shows.
Championship. You'll know all about him.
Love it. What's your favorite fight of all time?
I don't have a favorite fight of all time, but my favorite event of all time, UFC 189.
Yeah,
Robbie Lawler,
McDonald.
McDonald, McGregor, Chad Mendes. To pick one fight alone, I'd be here all day, lad, saying this one, that one, this one. But best event for me, 189.
It's a classic event. So it's up there. It's probably one of the greatest. That and UFC 217, I think, are two of the greatest events of all time.
The only event with live music.
That's very true. Have you ever had any funny interactions with a fan or a fighter, like in person?
All the time. I have them with fucking fans, lad.
You gotta tell a story. You have to pick a story for us.
Lad, I've had loads of mad ones, bro. I've had loads of mad ones. If you knew where I lived, you'd kind of get it. Like sometimes I see the lads flying up and down, ballied up all on motorbikes, taking chase from police, and then they'll lose the police and bounce back around and pull up, and I'm thinking like, wow, what's going on here? Because I just forget, I'm just me, and they're pulling up like, yo, and I'm like, what, lad? And they're like, lad, seen your last fight, sick, bro. And then they're taking the body. I'm like, lad, can we get a picture? And I'm like, oh, fucking hell, yeah, lad, come on then. I get loads of mad little ones like that. I get loads of weird fangirls. I get this. I'd say this is the weirdest one. I get like gay men on Instagram. Yeah, I've had to restrict a few accounts. They're the ones that weird me out a little bit. I get people asking to meet me. I don't like that as well. Like, oh, can we meet? What do you want? What do you want to meet for, lad? If it happens organically, it's different. But what am I meeting up with man them for, lad? I don't know yet. But yeah, I get loads of mad encounters, lad, and it's only going to get worse. Isn't it? But there's good ones as well. There's good ones.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, over time, I guess the bigger you get, the bigger the Shem show shines, right? The more funny interactions you'll have, the more weird people you'll come across, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And a final question, man. What's your dream vacation spot that you haven't been to?
Oh, I haven't been to Ethiopia, Jamaica, Nigeria, Japan, Brazil. But if I had to pick one between Ethiopia, Jamaica.
All right, like, there's one more question I completely forgot on my list. If you were to have a dinner with three people, dead or alive, who would you choose?
Say that again, you froze then.
If you were to have a dinner with three people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Three people dead or alive. Hitler, Haile Selassie, Jesus.
Fair enough. I think
If he
Hitler and
shows
Jesus
up,
in a room would be
if
wild.
he doesn't show up, then we know what's what.
I'm sure you might get an impersonator or something pop up. All right, man. Appreciate the time. If you have anything to shout out, maybe merchandise, sponsors, teammates, anything, now's your time.
Boom. Make sure April 20th, you're all coming to me fight, supporting, watching on the live stream. Anyone who needs tickets, go to Shemrock MMA on TikTok or me Twitter, Shemrock MMA, or Shemrock Scrams on Instagram. I've got the links in the bio. Shout out to Next Generation, Dublin Combat Academy, Team Buddha Jiu Jitsu, Reprimo, Rain, Grappler Soap, all of the sponsors. I know I'm missing some out, but sorry. I love you all.
Awesome. Thank you.